respect the flag. That's all I can say.
This is kind of about censorship, but not really, to a degree. This is about Parler. Parler is an alternative to Twitter. It's their competition. They have 20 million people on Parler. And yesterday, Amazon, Twitter, Google, not sure if YouTube had anything to do with it. Of course, it depends on who owns YouTube, I guess. Anyway, Jeff Bezos, owns Amazon, and he's bumming because he's the second richest man in the world because SpaceX founder Elon Musk took over the #1 spot. But SpaceX, or Elon Musk, owns Tesla. He owns Tesla batteries, and they make backup systems for commercial buildings. They make solar roofs. They make their own batteries for their electric cars. Anyway, he's way ahead of the time. He owns SpaceX. He owns the Boring Company, which is digging tunnels for the addition to the convention center out in Las Vegas. So, all around guy. Anyway, Parler has 20 million people on it. And they basically had been taken down. Within 1 hour time frame, they were taken down. Twitter didn't like what they were saying. Fake news didn't like what they were saying. Amazon, Bezos didn't like what they were saying. They don't like freedom of speech unless you're saying what they want you to say. Freedom of speech in this country used to be say whatever you want, people didn't give a shit. It's not like that anymore. Within the last 4 years, censorship has become huge. Half the stories about President Trump, people never knew about because the fake news didn't show them. Google, when they do their algorithm for searches, the stories wouldn't come up. You take Hunter Biden's computer, everybody was saying, oh, it's Russian misinformation. Right, and they expect people to believe that. Well, then again, the people on the left aren't dumb enough to believe whatever they say. It's like, don't believe anything you read and only half of what you see. It's an old saying. Anyway, so Parler was on contract with Amazon to use their cloud services, which are basically servers. A lot of people don't know what the cloud means. All that means is that you're using someone else's server to store your data. Facebook, it's not on your phone, it's not on your computer, it's being stored off-site. The app is on your computer or your iPhone or Android phone. Well, I don't particularly care for Apple. So that's what the cloud is. It just means that there's servers that data is served on. Google has them, Amazon has them, IBM has them, so they all have them. The point being, Amazon cut them off of using their servers, which basically put Parler down and shut them down. I got another cat down there that wants up. Well, you can come up, but there's not enough room. Yeah, there's not enough room, sweetie. Yeah, Bright Eyes is up there. Oh, not Bright Eyes is going to get comfortable just to tell him, hell with you. Goofy cats. But anyway, Amazon took them off of their servers, won't let them use the servers, which effectively shut down Parler. Parler CEO, second in command CEO, she said that all the companies, server companies that they've looked at so far to try to move their program over to their servers are refusing to do it. And it shows you how, you watch sci-fi movies going as far back as you want to go, and it's always corporations that are running the world, are running the United States. That's what's happening today, people. It started years ago. Corporations own. When Google or Bing or any of the search engines can control an algorithm, like if you search for Tech Life Adventures on Bing or any of those, sometimes nothing will come up, or maybe one thing will come up. You do a Tech Life Adventures on Google, and it brings up my videos. For how long, who knows, right? Depends on if I piss them off. So it shows you how the algorithms work. They can control what shows up when you search for something. And that's why so many of President Trump's accomplishments were never found. So much of the fraud evidence that was online has been taken down. Just the misinformation is incredible. The freedom of speech is gone. The Supreme Court years ago, I don't know if it was in the 70s or 80s, said that burning the American flag is a freedom of speech. I think that's bullshit. Burning the American flag is disrespectful to our country. You're disrespecting every single veteran. Whether that veteran fought in a war or was in peacetime. When you're in the military, you learn what that flag stands for, especially when you go overseas. You know, I was overseas for a couple of years, and the flag almost brings tears to your eyes under certain circumstances, especially during burial things. But anyway, they have so Parler is looking for another server company so they can get their application back up and running their program. They may have to do it themselves. She says if we can't find somebody, she says we will get our own servers. That's expensive because what's involved in that, well, one, you got to get a bunch of servers together. Basically, a server is a computer with nothing but hard drives. And it costs a lot of money to run because they consume a lot of power. You got to keep them cool, so air conditioning, middle of winter, they have air conditioning running to keep them cool. So they may have to go that route, and it's expensive. But it just shows you how the power of tech, the big tech, how they can shut down freedom of speech. And it was funny because Parler filed a lawsuit in court yesterday against Amazon for breach of contract. Amazon stock, bam, took a hit. Lost $300 million in one day as soon as that lawsuit was filed. Bezos, he doesn't care. You know, 'cause he owns so many different companies, but he doesn't care because he's the second richest man in the world. Poor guy who dropped out from number one. Too bad. But anyway, it shows you about freedom of speech. And it's just not right. And if to me with the whole burning the American flag, if you burn the American flag, you're disrespecting the country and veterans. And also, you're just an asshole for burning the flag. You know, that is just so disrespectful and wrong. But the Supreme Court said it's freedom of speech. You know, it's just like these people that leave nasty comments. They're just trying to get a rise out of you because they don't know any better. You know, it's like, well, they're still kids, you know, little tiny little babies. Well, I'm going to tell on you. And that's what it is. It's this whole Corona thing. De Blasio was saying, hey, man, if you see somebody having a party or having a family get-together on Turkey Day, call the police. Turn in your neighbors. That's unity. They keep talking about unity. And it's like, well, come here. Come on, you better hurry. I'm almost done with this video. And, you know, the Dems talk about unity and bringing everything together. They're trying to impeach the president at the last 9 days he's in office so he cannot run in 4 years. They're that afraid of him winning in 4 years. That's how terrified they are. But yet they're like, unity, we're going to bring their country together. And we're going to bring their country together, all right. We're going to impeach the people, the 74 million people that voted for President Trump. We're going to piss you off because we call you names all the time. Deplorables, smelly Walmart shoppers, racist. Just all through the last 4 years, they have called us so many different names. It's like, wow. Unity. Yep, we're going to bring everybody together. That's all bullshit. They talk about unity. They don't want to bring anybody together. They want everybody to be ruled by them. It's called communism. It's called a dictatorship. It's called socialism. Whatever you want to call it, that's what's now in this country. It's going to spread rampant over the next 4 years. So anyway, off track as usual. But anyway, so Parler is looking for a new server farm because Amazon took them off the air. All three of them ganged up on them, and they should not be able to do that. Yes, you have the right to refuse service, but the only reason they shut them down and a bunch of different senators and other people was they don't want the conservatives out talking about, you know, voter fraud, talking about Hunter's computer, talking about, you know, Biden doesn't know what the hell he's saying half the time. Anything, you know, the whole China thing and Biden and money, and they don't want anybody talking about any of that stuff. They want to control what you see and read is what they're doing. It's just like in the sci-fi movies, people. The corporations are taking over. And it's like people may say, oh, this guy's full of shit. Yeah, maybe I am full of shit because I haven't shit today. But I'll tell you what, I know what the hell I'm talking about. And that's the way it's coming down. You have no idea, people. So anyway, that's it on Parler. I want to get this one up pretty quick here. So maybe people can Google it. And you know, they'll Google Parler and hopefully this video will show up. But anyway, that's actually what's going on with Parler. As soon as they're back up, I'm going to join them. They're like Twitter. Other people, some of the people that watch my videos have heard of them, but a lot of their friends aren't over there. So I encourage you, when Parler is back up, get on it. Keep both accounts. Stay on Twitter. Go on Parler. Tell your friends and relatives or whatever. Tell them about it and start moving over to Parler and give them some help. And if you like the video, hit the thumbs up. If you don't like the video, thumbs down. But I really don't care whether you like it or whether you don't like it. I'm not here to please anybody. Well, other than 15 cats. But anyway, so give me a thumbs up if you like it. If you don't, that's fine. If you want to subscribe, hit the little B down in the right-hand corner. I know I keep looking to it, right? Hit the little B down there to subscribe, and I appreciate, appreciate you watching. Thank you.